National Association of Academic Technologists has given the federal government a 2-week ultimatum to address 7 pending issues or face indefinite strike. While the union has directed all its branches in universities, polytechnics and colleges of education to hold a nationwide protest on November 6 to drive home its demands. Well, the organization says it will then picket the Ministry of Finance on November 14 if the issues remain unresolved. Among the issues in contention are the non-payment of over 5 months withheld salaries, partial implementation of the 2009 agreement with the federal government.
Right. Let's bring in the president of the National Association of Academic Technologists, Ibeji, Nwokoma, and good to see you, and thanks for your time. The last time we had this conversation, one would have thought that there would have been some kind of resolution. From that time till this moment, help us make sense of what the conversation has been with the government.
Well, thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here. It's interesting to know that since the last time I came here, we've had our NEC meeting in Wokari, and the outcome of that NEC meeting was that we should go back, since government has not done anything, and give government 21 days ultimatum. That we have done. Regrettably enough, and very unfortunate that for the period of that ultimatum, government did not deem it necessary to respond, not even acknowledge the receipt of the letter of ultimatum till date. And of course, just yesterday, we also, for 2 days running, the National Executive Committee of our union met on behalf of NAAT, on behalf of our NEC and National Executive Council, and decided to issue, in line with Labour Act, to issue a 14-day ultimatum. And in the course of that 14-day ultimatum, there will be activities, there will be actions that will be taken.
Right, and you're making 7 key demands of government, and without which you will go on a full-blown strike. Don't you think, I mean, these 7 demands, are they not unwieldy somewhat? What are the most important demands that if government were to address today will, make you shelve your plan to go on strike?
Yeah, the minimum benchmark is payment of our withheld salaries. We want Nigerians to know that President Ahmed Tinubu has given approval for that payment to be made. And we're also aware that Federal Ministry of Education has also conveyed that approval to Ministry of Finance. And unfortunately, till date, that approval is in the office of the Minister of Finance.
Based on your engagements, are you able to say, maybe you're getting back channel information that this may be the reasons why the Ministry of Finance has not released these funds? Are you hearing anything at all? What are you hearing, if any?
We made efforts to see the Minister of Finance because I understand he's received visitors on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Right.
And one of the days we went, they told us that it would be unfortunate that we will not be able to see him. But the truth of the matter remains that in a civilized nation, once the president of a nation gives approval, his word is like a law. Government should be able to walk their talk. And how on earth?
Yeah, but it would depend on what kind of approval. Was it verbal approval or, approval in principle?
No, but I said here, I said here that right. The Ministry of Education has conveyed that approval.
Okay, so it's right.
So it's not thorough.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, it doesn't look good. And your ultimatum, you got on a protest before the strike.
Yes.
And this has also been conveyed. You said no communication from the government. One would have thought that when you send communication to the government, there is an acknowledged copy of your letter. Was that done?
Definitely.
And they still did not get back to you?
They did not. It was just yesterday after we gave this 14 days ultimatum that we got a letter from Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment inviting us for a meeting on Tuesday, 5th of November, while the protest is to start on the 6th.
So are your members, the neck of your union, are they in agreement to go for that meeting on Tuesday?
We are open to dialogue. But what we're saying is that we have had enough of discussions. Our members need to be paid. Government should walk their talk. We have had discussions before in March 28th. We had a protest and we had 3 days warning strike. And government invited us for a meeting. We had that meeting with the Minister of Education, and the Minister of Education was there, Minister of State for Education was there, the Permanent Secretary, they were all there. And
this is not to demean your union. How important is your union? Maybe the government thinks that you're not important in the scheme of things.
Definitely that cannot be. The education at the university is based on a tripod. The academic staff mans the classrooms, the librarians man the library, and the technologists man the laboratories. You cannot graduate without passing through the technologists. It's impossible. You go to the classroom for theories, and then you come back to the laboratories to reduce the theories to its practicability. Right. There's no way anybody would demean our union, because we teach practicals.
But you're aware there's a new kid on the block, if I may put it that way. There's a new education minister. Are you willing to wait for him, to take over fully and understand the issues on the table in a way that maybe you might want to shelve this plan to give him, room to, meet you halfway on your demands?
Well, like I said,
are you willing to do that?
We are open. We are willing to do that. But we will go on strike, because that's the only language government understands. Yeah,
but past strikes have not worked. What's the guarantee that this one will work?
Let it be indefinite. If government, of course, it's unfortunate that we're in a country where there is a conspiracy theory to run down the public universities. When we attended primary, secondary schools, it was public schools. Yeah. And now that aspect of educational sector in Nigeria is gone.
You think there's a deliberate attempt to kill?
Yes, that's what we're beginning to think.
All right.
That's our thinking now. Right. That the powers that be, some persons are interested in making sure that the public universities do not work.
Ibeji Nwokoma, President, National Association of Academic Technologists, thank you for joining us, and we hope that things don't get from bad to worse. I mean, you've drawn the government's attention again. I mean, with your presence here, it's a reminder to the appropriate authorities that NAAT's demands must be met. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.